Can you guys hear me? Hi. Hey everyone. Alright. Let's see. Whoa, you guys are all here earlier than me. I'm sorry. I was 3 minutes late. I have Beep Beep here today though, for those of you who didn't meet my cat. Beep Beep. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Come. This is Beep Beep. Do you want to come say hi? Hello. He's gonna be with us today. Good boy. Okay, go play. Background music. How Beep Beep, he is, how old is he? I think he's shoot. I think he's, oh yeah, he's a year and a half. Yeah, he's a year and a half old. No stepping on keyboard. Are my eyes swollen? Yeah, my eyes, like sometimes they just get really swollen. I feel like it's like an Asian thing, like your eyes just get swollen for no reason. But yeah, it usually goes down like the rest of the day though. All right, shall we just chill for, let's just chat for like a few more minutes and then we can get studying. Phoenix Bronze, how far have you finished the engineering course? I'm on week 1. I think I have like one more I'm on the linear algebra refresher part, like the last section of that. Midday Studio, yeah, he's pretty little. He has a sister called Boop, but I don't usually bring Boop down because Boop just screams all the time. Can Beep Beep do data science? I think he does data science better than me. Okay. Dr. 547 and 547.875 days old. Is that a joke? I don't get it. What? Oh, but why is it 87? Oh, okay, I see. I'm slow in the morning, huh? No, it's not poop. It's boop with a B. Boop. So it's beep beep and boop. That's pretty funny though. Yeah, actually a lot of people thought I named my cat Poop. It's kind of sad. Dennis, Tina, do you think it's worth applying to DS internships even if I feel like I don't have enough experience? Well, that is how you get experience, right? You gotta start from somewhere. Definitely apply, and you know, try to find research experiences around you, do projects. Everybody has a first time, right? Rodvik, does limiting time disturb you while focusing to study? So that's a good question because sometimes I feel like when I'm coding, sometimes I just want to keep going, but usually I feel like doing pomodoros helps me keep my energy up, because where else I might work really hard for like 3 hours, but then the rest of the day I'm just like dead, like I just don't do anything else. So by taking intermediate breaks, it does help me have more stamina. Dr. Merle. All right, should we get started? 50 minutes. right, time to study. Talk to you guys in 50 minutes. Break time. Beep beep. Beep beep. Okay. How is your studying? 10 minutes break? I'm really tired today. But we continue on. We trudge along. Yeah, beep beep. Hey Kenneth, does anyone know where sites to get board characters or ADR from? I am afraid I do not. Hey Michael, hey Cleos, I know, I'm really tired today. Thank you, Shiriman. It is a very comfy sweater. Michael, I've never seen you this tired before, not sleeping well. Yeah, kind of. I was working pretty late last night, just like catching up on stuff. I think this is what happens when you have a full-time job and you're still trying to do YouTube and do courses and stuff. But I'm not complaining. I really like doing what I do. Kalista, hey! Glad that you joined. Dad, glad that you joined. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly for a bathroom break and let's chat when we come back. Shiva, there is new GitHub report if you want to implement exercise in Python. Cool. Hey guys, Mohan CMUGY. Hey, Sabrina. Hey. Oh, that's really nice, Michael. Yeah. Okay, so my philosophy is that you can always show up. So even if I'm tired, even if I don't feel like something, as long as I show up, that means that that's enough of a win for me. It's like baby steps. Andrew, hi. May I know how can ML help with your data science role right now? I'm the opposite. I've been studying ML for a year and I don't know how it relates to data science. Yeah, machine learning is it's like a part of data science. It's like a very specific part of data science. For me specifically, sometimes when I'm solving problems, my go-to is always going to be SQL because it's the fastest. But then if I want to build some models, we're just like trying to figure out some business solution for something. Not going into too much detail, so HR doesn't come and get me. It's not, yeah, like I use machine learning based upon like the problem that I'm solving. So I would build models for things. I would do like certain segmentations. That's something that I do a lot as well. Clustering of different things as well. Hope that helps. Sabrina, it's 10:30 p.m. right now. Don't feel like studying today. I get that. But you're here, so why don't you do 50-minute Pomodoro with us? And then you'll feel super productive afterwards. Michael, minimal effort, maximum output. Yep. Michael, it's true. Like, so if you're too exhausted, it's hard to absorb information. I think that's true. It definitely is hard to absorb information when you're tired, but I feel like it's also based upon like a learning habit. It's part of like how you get yourself to do things even when you don't feel like it. I think that's what really distinguishes someone who is like, doing good versus someone who is able to go beyond that, if that makes sense. James, you forgot to take a break. That's cool. You can keep studying. That's fine too. Andrew, so ML is like one of the options for solving the problems. Exactly. So the way I always frame it is that your job as a data scientist is to solve issues, or come up with some sort of solution or answer or a model towards something. And you can do that using a variety of different tools. And the rule of thumb is like, if you can do that using like a SQL query, then why would you go make a machine learning model, right? It's like, but you want to do that as quickly and efficiently as possible. CMUGY, how does a software engineer get into data science? Any courses on Pluralsight? Don't know any courses on Pluralsight, but as a software engineer, you're actually in a really great position to get into data science. Software engineering, a lot of data science is automated now, and in a lot of companies is actually done by software engineers. So there's a lot of packages that you can play around with. Beep beep, no. Bad boy. Okay. Carlos, I love your dedication to studying continuous learning. Thank you. I try. I try. Nafismi, my end goal is to work with reinforcement learning finance. Currently, I'm working in consulting for. Oh, you're working at PwC. Do you think this long-run industry and a CFA program would matter? Oh, that's a hard one. I think I'll wait for someone else to answer that. I'm not really familiar with the finance space. Yeah. I think, but in general, I would say that industry knowledge is really, really important as a data scientist, because you gotta you gotta understand what it is that you're solving, right? Yeah, in general, like having industry knowledge about something is really helpful towards your work, unless you're doing like very research-based stuff and you're just trying to, do algorithms. Make your own algorithms, then I don't think it matters as much, because it's very distinct when you're winning and when you're losing. Thank you. Yeah, self-discipline. That's the thing. Yeah, I just gotta show up, right? This is also why I think these live streams help me. Beep beep, why are you biting? But these live streams actually help me out a lot personally too, just being here with you guys. It really motivates me, and it makes me just remember why I'm doing all of this, and that's what gets me through. Beep beep. He's biting my hand like everywhere. Why are you being like this? Herman. You're a data scientist as well, just watching your video during your lunch break. Awesome. I'm starting work at 11 my time, so in a few more hours. Zayan Khan, did it go off? I hope it didn't go off. No, not yet. Zayan, Tina, I'm in high school. Any tips on being proficient in programming? There are so many online courses now available. There's especially for programming, so I honestly, any of these courses would be great. And then just do some projects by yourself, things that you enjoy doing. The fact that you're starting off already in high school, I think that's absolutely amazing. I don't even know what I was doing in high school. I feel like in high school I was just like running outside, hanging out with my friends, getting into trouble every day. So I'm really glad that you're actually thinking about that. Beep beep. Can you guys still see him? He's like here. He's just sitting here behind me. Why are you biting me? Why are you like this? Sabrina, definitely gonna keep up my work with you guys. I think, beep beep. Okay. Bad. Keep going. Sorry. Yeah, if you just show up, I feel like showing up and just doing something is better than doing nothing. So that's better. Paul, on another video you said studying technical stuff was more difficult than your previous pharmacology studying because you use some memorization techniques. Is that a specific technique? Paul, yeah, that's a good question. I feel like I need to make an entire video on that. When I was doing pharmacology, because like science, I want to say it's like not logically difficult. It's just a bunch of information that you have to remember. Like for me, it was like a lot of physiological pathways and stuff. So to memorize things very efficiently, I I follow like a specific way. I pretty much just like go through it one time and then just remember everything. But for things like computer science or data science or software engineering based stuff and like math, I feel like it's much more like you should learn it at a breadth level, like understand kind of what's happening, and then start doing questions to really ingrain that into your head. So for me personally, I think it's really, really different in terms of how I approach it. And that took me a really long time to figure out, because when I first started my computer science master's, I totally just tried to do what I did for my undergrad, which didn't work out really well. Cleos, I've heard data engineering is basically software engineering for data science. How true is that? Or is that comment too simplified? Oh, I think the comment is correct in some ways, but it is simplified in the sense that data engineering and software engineering, yeah, they're both engineering, and you get a lot of software engineers becoming data engineers because it's not that difficult of a transition. But the language that you're dealing with is probably going to be pretty different. Like in data engineering, you're going to be dealing with SQL and a lot of like big data stuff. Like I did a bit of that with Scala when I was at Goldman Sachs. So the technologies are going to be kind of different. But that being said, if you're a software engineer, it's pretty easy to pick up data engineering, I believe, just because the mindset and the way that you approach problems is pretty similar, except this time you're working with databases and you just gotta like learn a bit about how databases function. So yeah, if you're going into data engineering or software engineer, it wouldn't be difficult for you. Afra, how do you keep yourself motivated? Well, you guys are seeing this right now. This is how I keep myself motivated. I surround myself with people that I love being around, that motivate me, which is you guys. I'm doing this stream and you guys are watching me, but it's also so helpful for me as well, being surrounded by the motivation that you have. You're showing up here, and I'm showing up here, and we're just learning all these different things together. And sometimes when I'm doing that by myself, it gets really lonely, especially if it's like a really difficult problem where I'm tired or something, then I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna go back on my bed and do nothing instead. But because I know you guys are showing up here, and that makes me feel motivated as well. Yep. Let's see. Okay, I literally just lost where it was. Discord. Okay, Discord is gonna show up, promise, by this week. I sent out a poll for like admin and different roles and stuff. It's taking me a while just because I haven't actually done this before, and I'm also like doing some other things, but I promise by this week. Probably, okay, I'm not gonna say tomorrow, but very, very soon. I'll make a post about it. Okay. Oh, there's so many questions. Gosh. Okay, should we get started though? We can chat. Let's chat after. Another 50 minutes. I'm actually feeling a lot better now. I feel a lot more motivated after chatting with you guys. I was really tired this morning, but we got this. I got this, and you got this too. All right, 50 minutes. Let's do this, and then we can chat. I think we're done. That's pretty funny though. The timer literally broke. I will buy, I think it's just the battery actually. I'll just switch out the batteries for next time. It would have been infinite studying. Wouldn't that have been productive? Okay. All right, cool. How was it for you guys? Was it productive? I feel so much more energized on the second Pomodoro. The first one, I was like half falling asleep. But second one was great. For this course, where did I end up with? Let's see. I'm on week 2 now of engineering's machine learning course, and I did multivariate linear regression. I finished that. I'm just finished normal equations. I think after that there's gonna be like programming octave based stuff, so that's gonna be nice. Yeah. Do you guys want to chat for a bit longer too? Okay, let me run to the bathroom real quick. I am back. Loic, you want to study longer? Sure, study longer. You can study after this as well. Okay, there was one question that somebody asked that I wanted to address. Like, I just saw it previously. It's like the question was like, why am I studying even though I already got a job? I want to answer this question because just because you get a job, I don't think you should just stop learning, right? Especially in a field like data science, just anything in tech in general, everything progresses so quickly. If you aren't continuously learning, you're going to be falling behind. There's just all these new technologies that are being developed, and in my case, I'm just covering my bases since I have used a lot of these applied machine learning algorithms. I just haven't really done the underlying math, like the actual math behind these algorithms. So I just want to cover those bases, and I just think continuous learning is really the key towards being good at anything. And I would assume that our goal is to be good at our jobs. Yeah, be good at our jobs or whatever it is that we want to do, right? Yes. Also, Beep Beep is being quite terrible today. Beep Beep, why are you like this? I don't think you guys can hear, but he was squeaking the entire time. He was just squeaking and jumping up and down. Beep Beep, why? Okay, I'm gonna answer some of your questions, but for those of you who are leaving, thanks so much for joining. I'll set up another one, probably for Friday of this week. I was actually thinking of, okay, actually, can you guys answer this question before some of you leave? Would you like it if I did it every day? Although for some days, it might not be for this course, because I might just be editing videos or something. we're like, doing work or whatever, what do you guys think if I actually did this every single day? Even though I wouldn't be like doing the class every single time. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the chat. I also feel like, wait. Okay, one sec. I don't know if you guys are seeing my face. Okay, yeah, I think you're seeing my. Okay, cool. Every single day then. Yeah, I'm down. I'm totally down. I love doing this so much, and I just love talking to you guys. So I might just sit here and edit, and I will say words of encouragement. Okay, sounds good. I'll set up for the rest of this week then. Cleos, you need all the accountability you can get. I completely agree with you. I literally do nothing without accountability. Beep beep. Maybe next time I won't bring beep beep because he's being a very bad boy. Bad boy. Doraemon 24/7. All of you guys 24/7. I don't know how productive or accountable that would be if you're just watching me sleep. But you know what? Maybe on the weekends and stuff, what if I just stream for like the whole day? And I don't know, would that be, I don't know if that would be useful or not, because half the time I would just be like filming videos for like editing and stuff. Yeah, the only time I can't film is during work hours. Yeah, that's about it. But I would be down. Cool. Costa, that's a question. Really, you stream every day. What about your jobs? Yeah, what about my job? Do I actually have a job? Okay, yeah, I'll stream in the mornings on the weekdays. Like around this time. I'm lucky that I work on West Coast hours, so I have 2 hours in the mornings to stream, and then I'll be studying. I'll be doing other stuff. I generally don't film in the mornings. But yeah, I do like, creating the course that I'm doing and those kind of things. But on the weekends, I can stream most of the day, I guess. It's also so cold here. It's like negative 14 degrees, so it's not like I'm going outside. Okay, I'm gonna try to answer some of these questions. Rajiv, I want to learn ML even if I can use an algorithm for the project but doesn't know what the math behind them is required for a job. That's a really good question. So to use machine learning, do you actually have to know the math behind the job, behind it to do the job? So my answer is no, you don't. Personally, that's how I've managed to function in my job, and I got like, I know how to do ML in a very applied way and getting optimal, things. Without knowing the math, because it's so automated these days. Like you have all these packages that are already in Python, and also like other programming languages and other frameworks as well. So as long as you know how to code, it's actually really, really easy to use these packages, and so many of them are already like literally put into a single package or a single function, and it just does everything for you. So I don't think it's necessary at all. With that being said, I think, at least for me, I want to know how to do it, because I think there comes to a point where if you want to improve like more on what's already out there, like if you want to become better at it, you do need to understand what's happening. Yeah. TLDR, no. Cool. Costa, yep, I do have a job. Michael, I wouldn't necessarily schedule it. I would just stream whenever you feel like it. Otherwise it could be overly pressuring. Yeah, that's actually, so I feel like in the mornings, maybe on the weekends, I might just stream whenever I feel like it. But in the mornings and stuff, if it helps you guys stay accountable, like you guys can drop by in the mornings at a regular time, I'm really happy to do that. And also for me, it keeps me accountable as well, because I very well could just not do anything in the morning. And this way, it makes sure that I also get something done. But thanks for this, thanks for suggesting that though. I think I'll definitely take that into account for the weekends. You guys are so nice. Nabil, that would be more of a Twitch thing. That is true. I haven't used Twitch before. I never watched Twitch before. Maybe I'll look into that. Loic, is it snowing there? Yes, it is snowing. It was snowing a lot yesterday, but today it's still snowing, but it's just ridiculously cold. I usually go out for walks and bike rides and stuff, but I pretty much just stayed indoors and just went to the gym instead, which is good to exercise, but I really like walking outside. Cleos, bye! Gotta get back to work. We'll have an eye out for future study sessions. Thanks for joining. Ethereal Owls, would you recommend Python as a starter language? Yes, I think Python is the best starter language, I personally think, for data science. Okay, this is maybe unpopular opinion, but if you're going for software engineering, I actually think that you might want to start off with a language like Java first, just because there's object-oriented stuff and all these different concepts that exist in Python, but Python also works if you don't use these frameworks, so it's harder for you to really conceptualize why it's important. But for data science, I think Python is the best starter. It's such an easy language to learn, and it has so many multifunctional things that you can use as well. Although if you're doing research though, you probably start off with R. Let's see. Paul, there are a lot of technologies that seem to be revolutionizing industries in the future. Big data, AI, cloud, IoT, etc. What do you think are going to be the most important ones? That's a really great question. It's hard to say which of these technologies are going to be... Okay, let me rephrase that. First of all, there's so many technologies that are coming out and they're constantly being, becoming better and better. And one is just, 3 years ago. It's the amount of progression that has happened in that time span is absolutely insane. So it's more the basis. I think if the question is based upon which technologies should you be familiar with and how to learn them, I think if you understand the basis of these technologies, why they're important, why they help industries, why they help businesses, that would allow you to adapt to anything that comes out. It's if you understand how coding languages work, it's very easy to pick up additional programming languages. While for someone who doesn't understand, each technology is a separate thing, right? So you have to learn each one individually. So in general, understanding how things work and why it's important will allow you to progress much further. With that being said though, I think big data, AI, big data is just gonna get bigger. The frameworks are getting super advanced. Cloud computing, that is not going away. I mean, all of the things that you're talking about right now, they're all revolutionary industries right now and in the future as well. But what forms will they take in the future? That's hard to say. So yeah, I think if you're deciding which one should I choose, I think you should just choose the one that you enjoy the most. And a lot of these technologies, once you learn, if you're a technical person and you learn the basis of one of these, it's actually not super hard to just switch between them. For example, software engineers, they would work on AI, they would work in the cloud, they would work in VR, all these different things, and it's very adaptable. Cool. I'm sorry, that was a very, very long answer. Alperine, what about visa-like problems? I'm not sure what you're referring to. You mean, do I have visa problems? I'm on a visa. Michael, did you read a message I sent before about the comparison video? No, I did not. Can you send me that message again? I think I might have lost it. And thanks, Casa. I think my mic settings are getting better. It was a software issue. John, yes, it's me. Varun, do I own any Dogecoin? Oh my god. I feel like I can go on an entire rant about Dogecoin and everything else and Wall Street bets, but I will not. I will refrain from that. Maybe if I ever feel like it, I might like do like a video related to just crypto. And yeah, there's a lot of wrong information floating around. Let's just say that. But Varun, no, I do not own any Dogecoins. Lewis, C is also a good classic software engineering language. I agree. Although after suffering through C, I don't want to put other people through that unless you want to work at firms that actually use C and C++. I think Java is a good enough language to understand the concept of object-oriented programming and all these like different ways of like paradigms in computer science. And then after that, moving on to Python, it's like really, really easy. I mean, if you want to deal with pointers and whatnot, then be my guest and try out C. Arslan, what about bioinformatics in the future? Yeah, I mean, great question. Bioinformatics, when I was working in bioinformatics a few years ago, the biggest challenge for that field was that there was just not that much data that was available at that time. I think now that's changing dramatically, and because of that, the whole field of biology and medicine, these are all becoming revolutionized right now with the amount of data that's there. And I think we're really starting to see that now with like drug targeting and all these different ways of transitioning from traditional industry into like the modern age. I think now and in the next few years, you'll see a lot of progress in that area. CJ Campbell, do you know any good learning machine / deep learning resources for beginners? I mean, I think Andrew Ning's course I'm taking right now is excellent. I've heard that his deep learning course is also excellent, so I might take that later on as well. I think it also depends on what you're looking for. I do say that with Andrew Ning's stuff, from what I can tell, it's a little bit theoretical. There's an application basis to it, and maybe there are going to be more projects, but it's not very project focused. So if you're trying to learn and trying to get a job afterwards, you should incorporate your own projects, or try to find a course that is more applied so that you create projects. Yep. Loic, what about R? It's not bad for data science and statistics too. Yeah, I think R is great. R is the prevalent language for statistics, data visualization, and you will find that in research, most people use R as opposed to Python. However, in industry, Python is just generally more acceptable because everybody uses Python, right? Like you have the software engineers who are probably using some form of Python as well, and there's just so many more packages available and ML packages available, so you'll see that more. So if you're going into research, I think R is a great language, and that's actually a language that I started off with. Ethereal. Yero, is Beep Beep around? Yes, he is. He's still squawking. He's like running around in circles and squawking. And I don't think it's because he's hungry, because I actually gave him food. So I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe next time I won't bring him. Ethereal Owls, you're a cybersecurity student. That's awesome. I think cybersecurity, like, well, there was that website for cybersecurity. I forgot what it was called. It was like these cybersecurity games that you would play. It was based on Python, and I think it was just like command line stuff. It was super fun. I don't remember what it was, but I did that for a while. Rajiv, tell about your master's degree. That is the video that's going to be coming out, I think this week, in which I go into detail about my master's degree. Just as like I don't know, an intro. I did my master's at Penn. It was for people without computer science or computer-based undergraduate. My undergraduate was in pharmacology, and I was non-technical, and that is what my master's is specifically for. Michael, if you want to make a comparison video on data science courses, I don't mind borrowing my resources. I have courses at Udemy, DataQuest, DataCamp, and Data Science 365. You know what? That doesn't sound like that actually sounds like a great idea. I think you or someone else mentioned that previously as well. I think after I finish this course, I will I'm down to take a look at all the other courses, and maybe we can try to categorize them into which courses are good for what purposes, because I don't like the courses are out there, they're so excellent, but they are like sometimes better for specific purposes. So yeah, I'm down. James, Dogecoin. Stop, let us not speak of Dogecoin. You're literally gonna set off my rant. Aman, do I invest in Forex? I have. Kalista, bye. You're not gonna be there. I'll get going. There's gonna be a live stream tomorrow too, right? I will. Okay, let me check my calendar, but I think I can set one out for tomorrow as well. Thanks for dropping by. Frenchist British. Should I try to get into a CS department, or should I teach myself programming on internet? If you're an undergrad and you can take computer science courses, I think it might just be easier if you do that yourself. Mostly not because you can't learn the stuff online, but as we talk about a lot, I talk about a lot on my channel, and even now, it's the accountability portion, right? It's really hard to get yourself to do things if you don't actually have a reason to do them. But that's also up to you. If you are someone who can, in fact, get yourself to keep moving along and doing, and are just genuinely very interested, then I don't see why not. Rajiv, what was the experience in master's degree in ML subject? Like, how difficult or in-depth was the subject? Yeah, I mean, I took a few courses that were like ML based. One of them was horrendous. I almost failed. The other ones were more applied, and yeah, I'll go into more detail about that. Owlcat, it would be nice if you could make a crypto video, a perspective person attack instead of all the finance bro. Okay, I don't know. I feel like my vision is also colored because I just hate, like, I hang out with a lot of traders, and it's just when Wall Street, you guys are tricking me into talking about this, but when the whole like GameStop and Wall Street bets thing was happening, it was just really interesting because I was seeing both sides of that. Like, I had friends who were participating, but I also were friends with these traders who were, profiting from this. Akon, hey, nice to see you. Avinash, what do you think about A/B testing? I think it's very important. That's pretty much in tech. Pretty much anywhere in the tech industry and in the sciences, it's almost a given. Like, you can't do anything unless you A/B test it. So it's like, for example, part of my day-to-day, it's literally a part of it every single day. Darshit, what are the outputs for MS and business analytics in the USA? I actually don't know about that. I didn't do it, and I don't have too much information about that. Sorry. Hack the box. Is there much work using non-relational databases as a data engineer compared to SQL DB? Looking up guides for data engineering, there isn't much info on NoSQL. Yeah, that's actually a great question. Again, this is my experience and from people I know and the industry that I work at, which is tech. It's mostly still SQL. Like, SQL is not going away anytime soon. There are certain things that are NoSQL based, but still primarily SQL. Okay, yeah, Michael, you did mention it previously. Yeah, I'm gonna actually make a note of that so I don't forget. Like different videos, different course video. Cool. So, Solomon, which cat food does my cat eat? I don't know. Hills, I think? Whatever is like supposed to be healthy for them. I buy them, but not like plant-based or anything. It's like pretty normal stuff. Ryan, Nesbit, how would you go about project for beginners? Would you go look at others' code or go through a more guided approach to struggle through it? Yes, excellent question. Project for beginners. I highly recommend that you start off with a project that other people have already done. That way you go through that code, and then after you do that, then you can just do a little bit more, right? Like, maybe they're doing some data visualization with some features. Maybe you can just make some other kind of graph to look at the features. Maybe you can try normalizing the features in a different way, But starting off with someone else's pre-built project, it helps guide you in case you get stuck, and it also builds confidence. And slowly, as you do more of these, you can actually realize, like, hey, this project was doing this one's doing that, and what if I combine them together? Like, what if I take some techniques from one and apply them to the other? And I think that's how you really start building up that portfolio, and also make sure that you don't just give up if you get stuck. So Vrad, which breed is my cat? I don't know. I think he is just like a mutt of some sort. Although he has orange eyes, so I think maybe he's like maybe a quarter British Shorthair, maybe. His sister is gray, so she looks like a British Shorthair. Spencer, how much did you get paid in your internships? Good question. So for Goldman Sachs internship, okay, I don't remember. I think it was $58 per hour, something like that. Okay, it was 58 or 60, I don't remember, but it was pretty exorbitant amount for an internship. It was pretty crazy. Yeah, they pay you a lot at Goldman Sachs. I think by industry standards, Goldman Sachs probably pays software engineers the highest, I want to say, because they're really trying to compete with tech companies to get software engineers to go to Goldman Sachs instead of tech. Kotsar, Tina, do you live in SV? What is SV? Is it SF? Maybe? Because V and F are very similar to each other. No, I don't live in SF. I'm supposed to go there, but because of COVID, I just never actually went. But I'm probably gonna have to go at some point. Sharif, I'm a year 1 computer engineering student, currently deciding on switching to computer science. What do you think is better? I don't think, okay, it depends, because computer engineering can also mean like hardware-based stuff. I think you should just choose whichever one that it is that you like. I don't think it's going to change that much in terms of career prospects. Although if you prefer doing like non-hardware stuff, more higher level coding and more like, maybe ML based things, computer science might be a better choice. But if you're interested in lower level languages and understanding how these function, then computer engineering. Yep, Justin Kong, how do you stay motivated when your college courses seem unrelated to what you want to do in the future? Excellent question. That was like my undergrad. How do I stay motivated? Again, accountability is the thing that comes up over and over again. I just naturally can't motivate myself to do anything if I don't want to do it. So I would go to the library, I would hang around people, and if you just watch other people study, it's like you feel like you should be studying too, and you feel more motivated. Because if I just go there and I don't know, like watch TV shows or something, I would feel kind of awkward because everybody around me is studying. Yeah, I would say that is probably the best. And another question that I would want to suggest is, if you think it's completely unrelated to what you want to do in the future, then maybe you can look into doing something that you think you actually do want to do in the future. That's something that I wish I did instead of suffering through 4 years of pre-med pharmacology. If I just realized sooner that I really didn't want to become a doctor, then I probably would be further along in my career right now and didn't have to go do a master's in computer science. Andrew, I went to data engineering around 2 years ago without even knowing what programming languages are. I feel like my school is fast-paced and learning some introductory topics would have helped. And I love you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think you went to data engineering. Really, you went to data engineering without knowing how to program? That's very interesting. I don't know how you would do data engineering without programming. Wakonar, do you see many bootcamp grads with data scientist titles? What do you think about bootcamp programs? Again, excellent question. I don't want to say data science bootcamps don't work because I have to personally do my own research into that. I can only say that, at least in big tech where I work, my colleagues at this unnamed tech company, I have not seen anyone graduate from bootcamps. I feel like probably some of them, it's in terms of knowledge, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to learn the information during boot camps, but I wonder if it's just not as widely accepted to accept data scientists from boot camps, as opposed to for software engineering, it's pretty common now for people to have gone through a boot camp to become a software engineer. But I see that changing over time, just how at some point boot camps for software engineering or for web development was not accepted, but now it is. And I think for data science, that is as well, with the onset of so many different courses and programs that are available. But if you're looking for a job specifically, Yeah, I think at least in big tech right now, I don't think a boot camp will get you an interview unless you do some hardcore networking. TB mod, hi. Good. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, let me see. Yep, I am left-handed. Okay, I gotta run soon. Oh, Cotter, SV Silicon Valley. True. Well, I'm clearly not there yet because I didn't know what SV stood for. Let me try to answer some more questions before I need to leave. How does the interview for senior software developer roles differ from fresher software developer roles? From the language that you're using, I assume that you're probably from India, so please note that whatever I say is based upon my experience, and that's in North America. Senior software engineers are generally, they won't be asking you like how to reverse a linked list as much. It would be maybe on like design based and things like that. And like management and just like kind of, yeah, I think it's, I'm just trying to think. I was talking to one of the senior engineers who recently joined the company. His interview was much more like design focused and improvement focused. As for entry-level software engineers, those are the interviews that you see everywhere. It's pretty much just like how to reverse a linked list. How do you, I don't know, like balance a tree, things like that. Okay. Owlcat, thanks for joining. I'm really glad that you were able to join. I'll see you. And Michael, are we talking about courses? Yeah, let me look into that. Maybe can you like message me on LinkedIn or something, or maybe email me? I'll look out for an email. We can see if we can like go through these courses and make a video. I think having a video comparing the different courses and what each one is most suitable for would be super helpful. Yato, I have just started with data science, and what I am beginning to see is that it is a lot of importing libraries and running functions rather than creating something from scratch. Okay, I want to like pin your comment right now. I'm okay. I just pinned it. Yeah, that is spot on. It's what I've just kind of been saying over and over again, is the fact that with data science now, so much of it is programmatically based. Like you're not going to go and implement your machine learning algorithm from scratch anymore. It's already done for you, and it's done by people who are far more experienced than what you could possibly do in a short period of time. So it's more about API calls, how to actually use these, how to optimize these correctly. That's also why I was able to get away with not implementing, machine learning algorithms from scratch and still being able to do my job and create good models for things. So yeah, I think that's where the future is headed. A lot of machine learning now, the way that it works is actually you have a machine learning researcher or some other people who know what they're talking about, and then they would go and build up this algorithm, right, where they adapt it, and it's actually the software engineers who end up implementing these algorithms towards their different use cases. For example, you can have a generalized ranking algorithm, and then every time you need to use it as a software engineer, you just call the package, and then you can use that. Data professor, hi. Thanks for dropping by. Dev, hi. Well, you just joined. Oh no, I'm about to leave. But hey, study. You should study. Maybe watch the you can pretend that we're just starting now and go through it, and then you'll get some awesome work done. Divija, so is the study live stream gonna be every day? Yeah, I think I might actually just change it to every day, although I won't be studying every day because I also have to be like editing videos and like, writing stuff for the course I'm making. But I think I will be here every day. I'll check my calendar and I'll schedule the times that I think I will be available. I think it will be great for you guys to also know, that I will be here at specific times, and a boost of accountability. Okay, I gotta run. Last question. Okay, let me see. At heel, okay. Oh, these are such good questions. Oh my gosh. Okay. Last question. Paul, I think this is a really, really good question. So I'm sorry that I skipped over some of these. What soft skills do you think are most important for your job? I completely underestimated how important soft skills were. I was just like, oh, like if I do good data science, you know, and I make good models and everything is, you know, I give you solutions, then everything would be great, you know, and that is completely not true. Because even if you have solutions to things, people don't care if they don't understand what you're doing, right? They're not gonna implement your suggestions or use the things that you build if they don't know what you're talking about. So most important soft skill, communication, building relationships with people so that people will listen to your suggestions. And another part that's slightly related to soft skills, although it's a little bit technical, is explainability. You can build like the coolest model in the world and it's like super amazing and super great. And if it's not explainable, people are not going to use it. Like in finance, it's like if you build this great model, for example, I was doing something to predict liquidity, right? If I didn't know how it worked in the end, like we had issues with this, like people don't want to use your algorithm, they don't understand how it works. It's just a black box. And in tech as well, like it's hard to convince people to use solutions. And when they ask you how something works, you're just like, I don't know, like it just kind of like works somehow, right? Like being able to explain the model, explain the features and how it fits together is extremely, extremely important. So just in general, communication skills, explainability is a top priority. That's something that I am really working on myself, being able to communicate better through different, like through writing, and through videos too, I guess. Cool. All right, I gotta go. Thank you guys so much for joining. Today was great. Like honestly, if I wasn't doing this stream today after the first Pomodoro because I was so tired, if I was by myself, I'd probably just give up and go to bed. But because of you guys, like it just helped me so much. And then the second Pomodoro, I was so much more productive. So I hope it was helpful for you as well. All right, I will set up more streams soon and I will see you guys.